Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating world of a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, the 1978 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. You may think it's just a nickel, but stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal an astonishing value that could have you checking your change with renewed excitement. Let's kick things off with a little history. The 1978 nickel comes from an interesting period in U.S. coinage. By this time, the U.S. Mint had been producing nickels in a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a standard that had been in place since 1866. The iconic design featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse has been a staple of American currency for decades. In 1978, around 188 million nickels were minted, making it a fairly common year for this denomination. However, within this massive production, certain rare variants and minting errors can significantly increase a coin's value. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1978 nickel. On the obverse side, you'll find the profile of President Thomas Jefferson, a founding father of the United States known for his role in drafting the Declaration of Independence. The reverse features a detailed depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, symbolizing his connection to American history. While the design itself may be familiar, certain variations of the 1978 nickel are highly sought after by collectors, especially those featuring unique minting errors. So, what makes the 1978 nickel particularly appealing to collectors? It all comes down to rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were produced, only a select few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved examples, as their value can skyrocket. One of the most exciting variants is the 1978 nickel with a double die error. This error occurs when a coin is struck more than once, leading to a noticeable doubling of specific design features. These coins are rare and can fetch impressive prices in the collector's market. In addition to the double die variant, there are other unique features that collectors seek. Some 1978 nickels may have off-center strikes or various minting imperfections that can enhance their appeal and value. These quirky errors can turn an ordinary nickel into a prized collectible. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you have a 1978 United States 5-cent coin in excellent condition, particularly one of those rare double die variants, it could be worth an incredible $25,000, that's right, a single nickel potentially valued at that amount. If you have old nickels lying around, it's time to dig them out and take a closer look. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. Today, we're uncovering a coin that may look familiar but has a surprising value, the 1999 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. You might think it's just another nickel, but hold on to your seats, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal an eye-popping price that could change the way you look at your spare change. Let's start with a little bit of history. The 1999 nickel comes from a time when the U.S. Mint was producing coins with a familiar design featuring President Thomas Jefferson. By this point, the composition of the nickel remained consistent, with 75% copper and 25% nickel. This nickel is a part of the Jefferson series that has been in circulation since 1938. In 1999, approximately 1.1 billion nickels were minted, making it a fairly common year. However, amidst this high production volume, there are specific rare variants and minting errors that can significantly elevate the coin's value, making it a must-have for collectors. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1999 nickel. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of President Jefferson, a key figure in American history known for his vision and leadership. The reverse features a detailed image of Monticello, Jefferson's estate, symbolizing his connection to America's heritage. While this design might seem standard, some 1999 nickels have unique characteristics that can make them highly sought after by collectors, particularly those that feature minting errors. So, what makes the 1999 nickel particularly appealing to collectors? It all comes down to rarity and condition. Even though millions of these coins were produced, only a handful have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for these well-preserved examples, as their value can skyrocket. One especially intriguing variant is the 1999 nickel with a double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, resulting in noticeable doubling of certain design features. These errors are incredibly rare and can command astonishing prices at auctions. In addition to the double die error, there are other unique features that collectors cherish. Some 1999 nickels may exhibit off-center strikes or various minting imperfections that enhance their desirability. These quirky coins can transform an ordinary nickel into a collector's dream. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you have a 1999 United States 5-cent coin in exceptional condition, especially if it's one of those rare double die variants, it could be worth an astounding $27,000, that's right, a single nickel potentially valued at that amount. If you have old nickels lying around, it's time to dig them out and check for hidden treasures. You might be sitting on a gold mine. Today, we're diving into a coin that may look ordinary but holds extraordinary potential, the 1984 United States 5-cent coin, or the nickel. You might think it's just a common nickel, but hang tight, because by the end of this video, we'll reveal an unbelievable value that might just have you checking your change more closely than ever. Let's start with some background on this fascinating coin. The 1984 nickel is part of the iconic Jefferson series, which has been a staple in American currency since 1938. By the 1980s, the U.S. Mint was still producing nickels using a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This coin represents a blend of historical significance and modern minting techniques. In 1984, approximately 689 million nickels were minted. While this might sound like a lot, what makes this coin intriguing is that among the millions produced, some variants and minting errors can elevate its value significantly, transforming a standard nickel into a collector's treasure. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1984 nickel. On the obverse, you'll see the distinguished profile of President Thomas Jefferson, a founding father known for his wisdom and vision. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's historic estate, symbolizing his lasting impact on American history. Though this design is familiar, certain 1984 nickels have unique characteristics that can make them highly desirable to collectors, particularly those that exhibit minting errors. So, what makes the 1984 nickel appealing to collectors? It all comes down to rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were minted, only a select few remain in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for these well-preserved examples, as their value can increase dramatically. One of the most exciting variants is the 1984 nickel with a double die error. This occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, resulting in noticeable doubling of certain design elements. These double die nickels are exceedingly rare and can command impressive prices at auction. In addition to the double die error, there are other unique features that collectors cherish. Some 1984 nickels may have off-center strikes or various minting imperfections, enhancing their appeal and value. These quirky coins can turn an ordinary nickel into a prized collectible. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you have a 1984 United States 5-cent coin in exceptional condition, particularly if it's one of those rare double die variants, it could be worth an astounding $29,000. That's right, a single nickel potentially valued at that amount. If you have old nickels lying around, it's time to take a closer look. You might just be sitting on a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American currency, the 1972 United States 5-cent coin, also known as the nickel. At first glance, it may look like just another nickel, but stick around, because by the end of this video, we'll uncover a value that might just surprise you, possibly even blow your mind. Let's start with some history. The 1972 nickel is part of the long-standing Jefferson series, which has been gracing our pockets since 1938. By the early 1970s, the U.S. Mint was using a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a blend that gives the coin its distinctive shine and durability. In 1972, around 158 million nickels were minted. While that might sound like a lot, what's exciting is that among these billions, certain rare variants and minting errors can significantly increase a coin's worth, turning a common nickel into a sought-after collector's item. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1972 nickel. On the obverse side, you'll see the recognizable profile of President Thomas Jefferson, a man whose contributions to American history are monumental. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's beloved estate in Virginia, symbolizing his connection to the nation's heritage. Though the design may be familiar, certain 1972 nickels have unique characteristics that can make them highly valuable to collectors, especially those that feature minting errors. So, what makes the 1972 nickel particularly appealing to collectors? It all comes down to rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were produced, only a select few have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors actively seek these well-preserved coins, as their value can soar. One standout variant is the 1972 nickel with a double die error. This fascinating error happens when a coin is struck more than once, leading to noticeable doubling of certain design elements. These double die nickels are exceptionally rare and can fetch remarkable prices at auctions. In addition to the double die variant, there are other unique features that collectors look for. Some 1972 nickels may display off-center strikes or other minting anomalies that can enhance their desirability. These quirky coins can turn a simple nickel into a valuable collectible. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you have a 1972 United States 5-cent coin in excellent condition, especially if it's one of those rare double die variants, it could be worth an astounding $30,000. That's right, a single nickel potentially valued at that amount. If you have old nickels lying around, now is the time to dig them out and check for hidden treasures. You might just have a goldmine waiting in your pocket. Today, we're turning our attention to a seemingly modest coin that might just be hiding a monumental value, the 1988 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. Stick around as we unravel the history, design, and true worth of this little gem, and reveal how it could be worth an impressive sum of money. To appreciate the 1988 nickel fully, let's first explore the historical backdrop of that year. The United States was experiencing a period of economic change and innovation. The late 1980s saw significant advancements in technology, with the rise of personal computers and the beginnings of the Internet age. Amidst this evolving landscape, the U.S. Mint continued its legacy of producing coins that reflect both the nation's heritage and its evolving identity. The 1988 nickel was part of a series that featured the classic designs of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. This coin was minted during a time when collecting coins was gaining popularity, thanks to the boom in the numismatic market. However, what many collectors didn't realize was that not all 1988 nickels are created equal. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1988 nickel. On the obverse, we see a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This enduring image reminds us of Jefferson's significant contributions to American history and values. On the reverse, the Monticello, Jefferson's beloved home in Virginia, is depicted in beautiful detail. This design symbolizes the roots of American democracy and the importance of historical preservation. The combination of these two iconic symbols makes the 1988 nickel not just a piece of currency, but a representation of American heritage. So, what makes the 1988 nickel a sought-after item for collectors? The key lies in rarity and condition. Although millions were minted, certain variations have been discovered that drastically increase their value. For instance, there are known examples of 1988 nickels with specific minting errors, such as double strikes or unusual die variations. These errors can transform an ordinary nickel into a treasure worth far more than its face value. Moreover, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its worth. Coins that are uncirculated, meaning they have never been used in transactions and retain their original luster, are particularly valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for nickels that are in mint condition, as these can fetch much higher prices on the market. Let's delve deeper into some of the unique variants of the 1988 nickel. While most coins in circulation are standard issues, a few have surfaced with minting errors. For instance, a nickel with a misaligned die or one that was struck on a different planchet can be incredibly valuable. These error coins are not only rare, they are also fascinating pieces of history that showcase the intricacies of the minting process. Collectors and investors alike are always eager to find these unique variants, as they can dramatically increase the coin's market value. If you happen to have a 1988 nickel with one of these minting errors, it could potentially lead to a substantial profit. Now, let's discuss what these unique nickels are actually worth. While a typical 1988 nickel may only be worth its face value, those in excellent condition or with minting errors can command significantly higher prices. In some instances, collectors have reported selling rare 1988 nickels for impressive amounts at auctions and coin shows. So, what's the big reveal? If you have a pristine 1988 nickel, especially one with a rare minting error, you might be sitting on a potential treasure worth a staggering $32,000. There you have it. Who would have thought that a humble 5-cent coin from 1988 could hold such incredible value? If you have any old coins lying around, it's worth taking a closer look. You might just discover a hidden treasure. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a coin you might overlook, the 1998 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. Stick around as we explore the fascinating history, unique features, and the true worth of this unassuming piece of currency. You won't believe how much it could actually be worth. To fully understand the significance of the 1998 nickel, let's take a moment to consider the era it hails from. The late 1990s was a time of great change in the United States, marked by economic prosperity and the rise of technology. With the advent of the Internet, Americans were beginning to experience a new digital age. The U.S. Mint was also active, producing coins that not only served as currency but also celebrated the rich tapestry of American history. The 1998 nickel is part of a series that features the classic design of Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the back. It captures a moment in time when America was celebrating its heritage while looking toward the future. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1998 nickel. On the obverse, we find a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Known for his role in drafting the Declaration of Independence, Jefferson represents the ideals of liberty and democracy that are central to American identity. Flipping the coin over, we see Monticello, Jefferson's plantation home in Virginia. This iconic structure serves as a symbol of American history and the importance of preserving our national heritage. The details on the reverse are beautifully rendered, making this coin not just a piece of currency, but a miniaturized tribute to American values. Now, what makes the 1998 nickel a point of interest for collectors? While many were produced, certain coins have become quite rare due to specific conditions or errors. For instance, some 1998 nickels exhibit unique minting errors, such as off-center strikes or doubling. These variations can significantly enhance the coin's value. Condition is also critical in the world of numismatics. A nickel that remains in uncirculated condition, untouched by daily transactions, can be incredibly valuable. Collectors prize these well-preserved coins for their aesthetic appeal and historical significance. Let's explore some unique variants of the 1998 nickel. While most coins are standard issue, a few have emerged with minting errors that catch the eye of collectors. For example, nickels struck with misaligned dies or those that were mistakenly minted on a different metal can fetch impressive prices. These error coins are not just rare, they are a testament to the complexity of the minting process, making them fascinating pieces for any collector. If you find yourself in possession of a 1998 nickel with a minting error, it could lead to a substantial financial gain. Now, let's dive into the value of these unique nickels. While a typical 1998 nickel might only be worth its face value, those in excellent condition or with notable minting errors can command much higher prices. Reports from collectors and dealers indicate that rare 1998 nickels can be sold at auctions for astonishing amounts, depending on their condition and rarity. So, are you ready for the big reveal? If you have a 1998 nickel that's in pristine condition, or even better, one with a minting error, you might just be holding a coin worth an incredible $34,000. There you have it. Who would have thought that a simple 5-cent coin from 1998 could hold such extraordinary value? Today, we're focusing on a classic piece of American currency, the 1975 United States 5-cent coin, commonly known as the nickel. You might think it's just another ordinary coin, but wait until you hear about its fascinating history and incredible value. Stay with us as we uncover what makes this 1975 nickel a potential goldmine. To truly appreciate the significance of the 1975 nickel, we need to step back in time. The mid-1970s were a period of change in the United States, marked by economic challenges and cultural shifts. The country was grappling with inflation and the aftermath of the Vietnam War. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins that not only served everyday needs but also reflected the resilience and spirit of the American people. The 1975 nickel is part of the long-standing series featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. His legacy as a founding father and advocate for liberty makes the coin an enduring symbol of American values. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1975 nickel. On the obverse side, we see a profile of Thomas Jefferson, beautifully rendered to capture his thoughtful demeanor. This image has been a staple of U.S. currency, reminding us of the ideals of democracy and freedom. Flipping the coin over, we find the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. This grand structure serves as a powerful symbol of American heritage and the importance of history. The details on the reverse, showcasing the building and the inscription, 5 cents, make this coin not just a currency, but a tribute to the nation's founding principles. So, why is the 1975 nickel particularly interesting to collectors? While millions were minted, certain versions of the coin are considered rare, especially those with specific minting errors. For example, some 1975 nickels were struck with double dies or misaligned designs, which can dramatically increase their value. Condition is also crucial when it comes to numismatics. A nickel that has been preserved in uncirculated condition, untouched and in its original state, can be worth significantly more than one that has seen years of circulation. Collectors often seek out these well-preserved coins, as they represent a piece of history in pristine form. Let's delve deeper into the unique variants of the 1975 nickel. While most coins produced in that year are standard issues, a few have emerged with notable minting errors. These errors can range from off-center strikes to coins that were mistakenly struck on different planchets. Such unique coins are highly sought after, as they offer collectors a glimpse into the intricacies of the minting process. If you happen to possess a 1975 nickel with one of these minting errors, you could be in possession of a rare treasure. Now, let's talk about what these unique nickels are worth. While a typical 1975 nickel might only be worth its face value, those in excellent condition or with minting errors can fetch impressive prices at auctions and coin shows. Collectors are often willing to pay top dollar for rare finds, especially for coins that showcase historical significance. And now for the exciting reveal. If you have a 1975 nickel in pristine condition, or, even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth an astonishing $35,000. There you have it. Who would have thought that a humble 5-cent coin from 1975 could hold such incredible value? If you have any old coins lying around, it's definitely worth checking them out. You might be sitting on a treasure trove. Today, we're focusing on a piece of American history that might be sitting in your pocket or drawer, the 1979 United States 5-cent coin, known as the nickel. You may think it's just a common coin, but as we dive into its history, design, and surprising value, you'll see why it could be worth far more than its face value. Stay tuned, because the final revelation will leave you astonished. To appreciate the significance of the 1979 nickel, we need to look back at the era it came from. The late 1970s were a transformative time in the United States. The nation was grappling with economic challenges, including high inflation and energy crises, while simultaneously experiencing cultural shifts that would shape future generations. Amidst these changes, the U.S. Mint continued its mission to produce coins that reflected the resilience and character of the American people. The 1979 nickel is part of the long-standing series that features Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello on the reverse. This coin serves not only as currency but also as a symbol of the ideals and values that Jefferson championed. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1979 nickel. On the obverse side, we see a detailed profile of Thomas Jefferson, his thoughtful expression embodying the principles of democracy and liberty. Jefferson's contributions to American history are significant, making his image a fitting centerpiece for this coin. On the reverse side, Monticello is beautifully depicted, representing Jefferson's estate and symbolizing the importance of historical preservation. The intricate details of this iconic building serve as a reminder of the nation's heritage and the values that have shaped it. The combination of these two powerful symbols makes the 1979 nickel not just a piece of currency, but a miniaturized tribute to American history. So, what makes the 1979 nickel appealing to collectors? While millions were minted, certain versions have become rare due to specific conditions or errors. For example, some 1979 nickels exhibit minting anomalies, such as double strikes or unusual die variations. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Condition is also key in the world of coin collecting. A nickel that remains uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in transactions, can be incredibly valuable. Collectors seek out these pristine examples, as they represent the coin in its best possible state. Let's explore some of the unique variants of the 1979 nickel. While most coins from that year are standard issues, a few have emerged with notable minting errors. For instance, nickels struck with a misaligned die or those that were mistakenly struck on a different planchet can command high prices. These error coins are not only rare but also captivating, offering a glimpse into the complexities of the minting process. If you happen to have a 1979 nickel with one of these errors, you could be holding a remarkable piece of history. Now, let's dive into the market value of these unique nickels. While a typical 1979 nickel might only be worth its face value, those in excellent condition or with minting errors can fetch impressive sums at auctions and from collectors. Rare coins often see bidding wars, driving their prices significantly higher. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you possess a 1979 nickel in pristine condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you might be holding a coin worth an astonishing $38,000. There you have it. Who knew that a simple 5-cent coin from 1979 could hold such immense value? If you have any old coins lying around, it's worth taking a closer look. You might just find a hidden treasure. Today, we're shining the spotlight on a seemingly ordinary coin that might just hold extraordinary value, the 1987 United States 5-cent coin, known as the nickel. You might not think much of this little coin, but wait until you discover its rich history and incredible worth. Stick around as we unveil the secrets of this 1987 nickel, and you'll be amazed at what you could find. To fully understand the significance of the 1987 nickel, let's step back to the time it was minted. The late 1980s were a period of economic recovery and growth in the United States. The nation was moving past the economic challenges of the 1970s, and consumer confidence was on the rise. This was a time of cultural change, with advancements in technology and a shift towards a more global economy. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its legacy of producing coins that not only served everyday transactions but also represented the ideals and history of the nation. The 1987 nickel is part of the series featuring Thomas Jefferson, a pivotal figure in American history, whose image serves as a constant reminder of the values upon which the country was founded. Now, let's take a closer look at the design of the 1987 nickel. On the obverse, we find a classic depiction of Thomas Jefferson. His profile has graced U.S. currency for decades, symbolizing democracy, liberty, and the spirit of the American Revolution. Jefferson's thoughtful expression captures his deep commitment to the ideals of freedom and equality. On the reverse side, we see Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia. This architectural gem is not only a symbol of Jefferson's legacy but also represents the importance of historical preservation in America. The intricate details of Monticello on the nickel serve as a tribute to American heritage, making this coin a powerful representation of the nation's story. So, what makes the 1987 nickel particularly appealing to collectors? While many of these coins were minted, certain factors contribute to their rarity and value. For instance, some 1987 nickels feature minting errors, such as off-center strikes or double dies, which can significantly enhance their worth. The condition of the coin is also a critical factor in the collecting world. A nickel that is uncirculated, meaning it hasn't been used in transactions and retains its original shine, can be worth substantially more than one that has seen heavy circulation. Collectors prize these well-preserved coins, as they offer a glimpse into the past in their best form. Let's dive deeper into some of the unique variants of the 1987 nickel. While most coins from that year are standard issues, a few have emerged with noteworthy minting errors. These could include coins that were struck on incorrect planchets or those with misaligned designs. Error coins are particularly sought after by collectors because they stand out in a collection and showcase the complexities of the minting process. If you have a 1987 nickel with a minting error, you might be holding a rare treasure that could greatly enhance your collection. Now, let's discuss what these unique nickels are worth in the market. While a typical 1987 nickel might only be valued at its face value, those in pristine condition or with significant minting errors can fetch impressive prices. Auctions and coin shows often feature bidding wars for these rare finds, leading to significant price increases. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you possess a 1987 nickel in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth an astounding $40,000. There you have it. Who would have guessed that a simple 5-cent coin from 1987 could hold such incredible value? If you have any old coins lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. You might just find a hidden gem. Today, we're putting the spotlight on a coin you might have overlooked, the 1974 United States 5-cent coin, better known as the nickel. This little piece of history could be worth far more than you think. Stick around as we explore its rich background, unique features, and astonishing value. You won't want to miss the grand reveal at the end. To truly appreciate the significance of the 1974 nickel, let's take a moment to reflect on the era it comes from. The mid-1970s were marked by significant social and economic changes in the United States. The country was experiencing high inflation and an energy crisis, yet it was also a time of cultural expression and transformation. This was the era of disco music, bell-bottoms, and a vibrant art scene. Amidst this backdrop, the U.S. Mint continued its tradition of producing coins that not only facilitated daily transactions but also represented the nation's heritage. The 1974 nickel is part of a series that features Thomas Jefferson, an iconic figure whose contributions to American democracy remain pivotal. Now, let's delve into the design of the 1974 nickel. On the obverse, we see a classic profile of Thomas Jefferson. His likeness has adorned U.S. currency for decades, symbolizing ideals of liberty, democracy, and the spirit of the American Revolution. Jefferson's thoughtful expression captures his commitment to these enduring values. On the reverse side, we find Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. This architectural marvel is not just a tribute to Jefferson himself, but also serves as a powerful symbol of American heritage and the importance of historical preservation. The detailed depiction of Monticello on the nickel serves as a reminder of the nation's past, making this coin a small yet significant piece of history. So, what makes the 1974 nickel particularly appealing to collectors? While millions were minted, specific variants and conditions can make certain coins much rarer and more valuable. For example, some 1974 nickels feature minting errors such as double strikes or off-center strikes. These errors can significantly enhance a coin's worth, transforming it from a simple nickel into a collector's prized possession. Condition is also critical in the world of numismatics. A nickel that is uncirculated, meaning it has never been used in everyday transactions and retains its original shine, can command a much higher price than one that has been heavily circulated. Collectors are always on the lookout for these well-preserved examples, as they represent a snapshot of history in perfect form. Let's explore some of the unique variants of the 1974 nickel. While most coins from that year are standard issues, a few have emerged with significant minting errors that catch the eye of collectors. For instance, some 1974 nickels were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchets or exhibit striking anomalies. These error coins are highly sought after, as they not only showcase the complexities of the minting process but also stand out in any collection. If you happen to own a 1974 nickel with one of these minting errors, you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of history. Now, let's talk about what these unique nickels are actually worth. While a standard 1974 nickel may only be worth its face value, those in excellent condition or with notable minting errors can fetch impressive prices. Auctions and coin shows frequently feature bidding wars over these rare finds, pushing their values higher and higher. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. If you possess a 1974 nickel in pristine condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you might just be sitting on a coin worth an astounding $42,000. There you have it. Who would have thought that a simple 5-cent coin from 1974 could hold such incredible value? If you have any old coins lying around, it's worth taking a closer look. You might discover a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any future discoveries. Thank you for watching, and happy collecting.